In the PM, we've got baseball here in Texas. Ball one down and outside to Derek Jeter. A light drizzle of all things starts to fall right now. After that 2-hour and 24-minute rain delay officially, Jeter hammering one into left. And this is how things got going yesterday with a bunch of Yankee base runners. In fact, 4 straight reached. The Yankees had 2 runs in before the Rangers achieved an out, and the Rangers lost that game 11-1. A Memorial Day barbecue, as it were. The Yankees did the barbecuing. And the Rangers were not the only home team to get torched on Memorial Day yesterday. The Angels lost 17-3 at home yesterday. So the Rangers did not lose ground in the AL West. Chris Davis robbing Damon. The Rangers get the out at second base.
Now there's a difference. The first similarity was the rope by Jeter to start the game, but the similarity stopped there. Yesterday the ground ball got by Chris. Damon reached. This time Chris makes the diving play and got the out at second base.
So already better tidings here a day later.
The ball went off Chris's glove yesterday for an infield hit.
Well, the booing you just heard was in reference to Mark Teixeira, the former Ranger who drove in close to 500 runs in a Ranger uniform. But he wanted out of Texas. He got out of Texas. On to Atlanta in a trade that the Rangers, well, let's face it, they flat out fleeced the Atlanta Braves. Because Tex only stayed with the Braves for 110 games. The guy that just caught that pitch from nowhere is part of the Teixeira trade. That is Jared Saltalamacchia. Of course, the Rangers also netted Elvis Andrus and Matt Harrison and Neftali Feliz in that deal as well. Smoked foul. Mill would have head the hard way. You're on Teixeira 0-2. Five straight multi-hit games for Teixeira. He was on base 4 times yesterday. Saltalamacchia could not get the glove on it. And on a wild pitch, Johnny Damon takes second base.
It's almost like Saltalamacchia was crossed up on that play.
They're actually going to call it a passed ball. And yeah, it hit him right in the top of the glove. Well, the Rangers defensively have been so good all year. That is, believe it or not, tagged their first passed ball of the entire season. They were the last American League team without one.
That's pretty good.
High drive by Teixeira, taking off towards the track. Cruz is there. He'll make the catch and fire towards third base. But Damon is at third, and Alex Rodriguez coming up. There are some that have suggested that with Alex Rodriguez and all the shenanigans that came to light this offseason, that he all but threw his former organization under the bus. And a lot of the fans here, especially yesterday when Alex made his first trip back here, they were very vocal. But A-Rod had the last word yesterday. He was 5 for 5, his 5th career 5-hit game.
He came into the game yesterday with 10 hits. 7 home runs and a double. Got 50% as many hits in yesterday's game.
High fly ball center field. And after the long rain delay, the Yankees have failed to score in the first inning. Four-minute rain delay off the top. Lightning just creased the sky here. And the raindrops are beginning to come down, but for now we are going to have the bottom of the first inning. Kinsler, Young, and Hamilton. Nelly Cruz has been so good lately. Murphy and Bird, Davis, Saltalamacchia, and Vizquel against a big, hard-throwing right-hander, Jabba Chamberlain. Jabba Chamberlain had a 12-strikeout game not too long ago. Didn't even get through 6 innings, and he had a 12-strikeout game.
Was off to a good start. Winning record, solid ERA. He's okay coming back from 2/3 of an inning after that bruised right knee. 4 road starts this year have gone really well. 2.22 ERA. That was a line drive by Adam Jones of the Orioles that forced him to leave that last start. But he bounced right back from it, threw between starts, and is ready to go tonight.
Jerry Crawford is going to make sure we have a non-muddy home plate. Kind of a swirling wind right now. And these little pellets of rain, looks like a snow globe here in Arlington, but not snow rain. On a 69-degree evening. We had 89 degrees not too long ago. So for our visiting New York friends, welcome to Texas. Up into the wind with this one is Ian Kinsler. And the ball ends up 5 rows back. Ian's batting average has plummeted now down to 278. Remember, in mid to late April, he was well into the 400s. Had that 6-for-6 game. He was tied for the team lead with 12 home runs. Now, the changeable nature of the weather. Not a surprise, I guess, to Jabba Chamberlain. He's from Nebraska. He was pitched in odd conditions before, I'm sure.
After what he went through that night in Cleveland with a bug attack, I doubt that a little rain's going to bother this kid.
2007 playoffs. Yeah, this was the guy famously attacked on the mound by a bunch of insects.
That felt creepy watching it on TV.
Do you know the can of bug spray the Yankees brought out to try and stem the bug tide later went on auction at eBay and fetched close to $700? Kinsler to center. That ball takes off. That ball is not going to be caught by Melky Cabrera. He lost his glove. He flings the ball in. Kinsler at third base with a triple. injured Melky Cabrera, limping around, walking around, gazing in at Kinsler now, who stands at third.
That was a well-hit ball, line shot. Toughest play for a center fielder. The line shot hit directly over his head. Pretty good pitch. It's a slider down and away, but Ian puts a charge in it. And Cabrera looked like he had a chance to catch it. You get a good look at it right here. Couldn't quite get there, and then awkwardly hit the wall. Not quite like Rick Yankees hit the wall, but the same kind of a thing. Going after a ball, not getting the ball, off balance, and then smashing against the wall in an awkward way. Looks like he's going to have to come out of the ball game.
Brett Gardner would be the logical replacement for Melky Cabrera, who's been a real hot hitter for these New York Yankees. He's having a great year. In fact, in his last 32 games, he's only failed to get a hit 3 times. And it will be Brett Gardner going into play center. Now, this one has my vote tagged for the weirdest first inning of the year because it took almost 2.5 hours just to get to it. Now we have a Melky Cabrera delay. And again, an odd, ominous backdrop right now as lightning continues to flash across the sky. Rain continues to fall. It's a great crowd that turned out tonight, and I don't think too many people actually left this ballpark. They might have sought some shelter when the hail was coming down, that's for sure, but I mean, think about this. It's been a 2.5-hour delay almost, and there's still probably about 35,000 people here.
Well, the Yankees only come into town once this year, so if you want to see the Yankees play, it's one of these 3 games. And I think the one thing that seemed apparent that was the game was going to start, and there was a decent chance we'd get the game in. Hopefully it's not going to rain again. But it looked like this would be kind of a one-time shot. The rain would come through, and then it would leave, and we'd play. We'll just keep our fingers crossed that that's the case.
Infield back with Michael Young batting. Kinsler holds at third. Now he's breaking, and now scrambling. A-Rod got it. And a little game of chicken right there. And Kinsler loses that game. Michael Young reaches first.
Ian's trying to maybe make Alex look at him and not be able to get Michael at first base, but he went a little bit too far. And it's a good attempt to have 2 guys on base with nobody out, but you don't want to go too far and take a chance with Josh coming up next. Even if you get Michael at first, you're still in a great position to score a run.
It goes 5 unassisted on the putout as Josh Hamilton looks at a strike. Chamberlain deals, and Hamilton has to step away from one. Josh Hamilton, Tom, is a guy that is coming on, it would appear. He's got a double at least in 3 straight games. A couple of home runs during those last few games as well. Of course, there have been some injuries for Josh this year. He's going to poke it slowly towards second base. And the fielder's choice. Josh Hamilton reaches. Nelson Cruz comes up next. Jabba Chamberlain says his favorite food is steak. And one look at this guy, you're not exactly surprised. He is a big, beefy, hard-throwing kid from the Midwest. Fascinating guy. I think he's naturally left-handed. He writes lefty. He eats lefty. Uses a screwdriver and a pair of tweezers lefty, but Throws 97 miles an hour as a righty.
So far today, his fastball has been 90-91. We're not seeing, at least early in the game, the mid-90s fastball. Maybe we will by the end of the game.
The Yankees broadcasters were telling us before the game that really his breaking pitch has been the most devastating pitch of all for him so far this year. Cruz slams it to left. How quickly can Josh Hamilton get around? With lightning flashing in the distance, Hamilton is held at third. Nelson Cruz has doubled. Boy, Nelson Cruz has had some kind of last week and a half for the Rangers.
That as badly as Dave Anderson wanted to score Josh Hamilton, who can really run, when Jeter is out there in position to make the throw on the relay, you probably didn't have a real good chance. Damon gets the ball into Jeter quickly, and Jeter's in perfect position to throw the ball. And I think Dave made the right call right there.
David Murphy, who had that brutal month of April, has been strong here in May. He's batting 5th in the order tonight. He'll take a strike. And you're right, nothing like 95 to 98 yet from Jabba Chamberlain. The rain appears to be letting up just a little bit. And again, if you're just joining us, we were delayed close to 2.5 hours off the top. Chest high fastball to count 1-2. Chamberlain's the kind of guy, when he gets 2 strikes on you with the fastball, maybe that's when he goes to that curveball. Murphy works the count to 2-2. Marlon Byrd on deck, no score first inning. Have a triple and a double in the first, but they haven't scored. Kings are caught off third base by Alex Rodriguez. They're loaded up for Marlon Byrd.
That's one thing David has done all year, is he has not offered at the hard breaking ball a little bit out of the strike zone that you'll see a lot of guys swing at. He laid off 2 of them there after he was behind in the count, 1-2, and worked a walk. And seen David do that all season long. Even when he's not getting his hits, he's giving you good at bats.
Pitching coach for the Yankees is Dave Island. Marlon Byrd comes up, and the last time he batted with the bases loaded against the Yankees, it went very well. Walk-off grand slam last August 4th. Now looking for take 2. He takes strike 1. That's a surprising total for Marlon Byrd with his power. Just the 2 home runs so far on the team that leads the majors in hitting home runs. Everybody's reached for the Rangers, either on a fielder's choice, a walk, or a hit in this first inning. But now 2 strikes to Bird. David Murphy, you might remember, was at 1-2, came back to draw the walk from Chamberlain. Boy, playing the first inning at close to 10 o'clock North Texas time. Marlon Byrd trying to reward the fans for hanging around. Good take, 2-2. Chamberlain still doesn't have a sign that he agrees with from Francisco Cervelli. Yankees surviving without Jorge Posada. He's on the DL. He's been a terrific catcher for them for many years. Well, again, the fans waited 2 hours, 24 minutes for the game to start. Now they'll wait another 30 seconds or so as Cervelli and Chamberlain discuss strategy. Glove over mouth, of course. The Rangers have 6 hits in this series, all of them for extra bases. Marlon Byrd looking for the first single. He's got it. 1 run scores. 2 runs scored.
Swisher charged that ball in right field. He had the ball when the runner was barely at third base, but a fairly weak throw home allows that second run to score. That ball's not a strike, but it stays up. It's not down, and that allows Marlin to get the bat on it. And you see Swisher in fairly shallow right field, but the throw comes up a little bit short, and the second run scores.
Already the Rangers have more runs in this game than they had all day yesterday. It's 2-0. Here's Davis.
Marlin dropped down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And comes back and puts the ball in play. It falls, and he picks up a couple of big runs with 2 outs.
Davis, who's had a real tough time of late, 1 for his last 29, and the batting average threatens to dip below 200. He's trying to become the 3rd straight Ranger now to work back from 2 strikes in the count. Six Rangers have batted. Everybody has gotten to at least first base. But there have been a couple of fielders' choices. And that's just 2 runs right now. 1 big swing from Davis. The Rangers could be in business early.
Yeah, and the way the inning is unfolded, it completely erases Ian being tagged out by Rodriguez at third base. He was going to get an out anyway, and that run is scored. Whether Ian scored from third or the runner scores from first, it's the same thing. And 28 pitches with this next pitch for Chamberlain.
It's a good one. Strikes out Davis. The Rangers strand 2 but score 2 on the base hit by Marlon Byrd. Rangers on top of the Yankees after 1.
All right, thank you, Josh. Community Corner tonight. We have Steve Worm with the Boys and Girls Club of Arlington in a big week because the Kevin Millwood Texas Rangers ballpark opens up, right, Steve?
You bet. This Saturday we're having a big event, family and kids from 10 to 12 and 10 to 2, and we're going to kick off with a clinic and a lot of activities, free food, and introduce the Kevin Millwood Texas Rangers baseball field. It's a rookie league for kids age of 8 to 12 years of age, so we want to welcome everybody out there.
Great play by Michael Young right there. Now, real quick, for those who want to get involved with the Boys and Girls Club, what do they need to do?
Give us a call at 817-226-2422 or come on out on 2011 Wind Terrace and be part of the action this Saturday.
All right, Steve, way to wait out that rain delay. Thank you very much. There you go. Josh.
Welcome, Steve. Thank you, Jim. Very nicely done by Michael Young to get on the trampoline and take care of Robbie Cano. Now Gardner, who was not supposed to play today or tonight, he's at the plate as you look at Michael Young and his robbery of Cano. Gardner in for the apparently injured Melky Cabrera. Looked like he did something to his shoulder when in pursuit of that ball hit by Ian Kinsler.
Well, it's not raining right now, but there's some serious lightning in view. Hopefully that's over in Dallas and it's gone by us.
That's a pretty good show from our press box window. You can see it from beyond that center field wall. And Gardner, a left-handed hitting outfielder out of Holly Hill, South Carolina. Gave the Yankees a bit of a shot in the arm last year coming up from AAA. And he's done the same thing this year. Hasn't played a lot, but he's already got an inside the park home run. Millwood runs the count deep here, 3-2.
I had a couple people to say hello to, Josh. I don't know if they're still watching the ball game or not, but Bob and Minnie Smith from Tyler, Texas, I hope are watching tonight. Bob's a World War II veteran. They listen to all our games, watch all our games. Hello to Bob and Minnie.
Millwood has it go by. Vizquel scoops it up, and despite the vacuuming over there at first base by Davis, Gardner with that very good speed is safe, and you hope the Millwood didn't take that off the hand. He was trying to pull back.
Yeah, that play by Vizquel was a terrific play. They're going to check on Millwood, and he would have gotten a lot of runners, but Gardner's probably one of the quicker guys in the league getting down to first base. We'll get a good look at it right here and see what happened. Definitely hit Kevin off the, looked like off the tip of his fingers, first two fingers. Hopefully that's not the case. It wasn't an exceptionally hard hit ball, but it doesn't have to be hit that hard if it hits the tip of your pitching hand fingers.
And you're right, Vizquel did everything he could. Very fluid play, getting it all done in one motion there, but because of who was running, no chance.
Another person that was going to watch the game tonight was my friend Pat Graffio, and his daughter Angela were going to watch. Angela, it might be too late, and if it is, we'll say hi to Pat sometime soon. But in the event that Pat stayed up, hi Pat, hope you're doing well. We're thinking about you.
And as Rangers assistant athletic trainer Kevin Harmon out there making sure that Kevin Millwood is good to go. Again, the Rangers with that 11-1 loss yesterday, but boy, all around baseball. As you look at the play again, that goes right back to Kevin. We mentioned, Tag, the Angels lost at home yesterday 17-3.
That was a thrashing. We got beat, but they got thrashed.
Right. Royals, same thing. They were at home. They lost 13-1. Rockies were at home. They lost 16-6. And the Indians were in the process of losing 10-0 at home, but they did what everybody else couldn't do. They came from down 10 to win their game. That was pretty incredible.
Like 7 in the ninth?
Yeah, 7 in the ninth, and the last 5 with 2 out.
If there's a team in baseball that deserves to win a few like that after the last few years, it's Cleveland. Who knows how many games they've lost in the ninth inning over the last couple of years.
Now, Omar Vizquel was there when a few years ago the Indians had the comeback for all time when they were actually down 12-0. That was against Seattle, and Omar was a part of a rally that probably won't be repeated anytime soon. They won that game 14-13. Saltalamacchia throws to second too late. Gardner with a steal.
Yep, and Gardner did not steal that one on Saltalamacchia. Salty had a good pitch to throw on, moved his feet quickly, and threw a strike to second base. But Gardner, with a good lead and a good jump and good speed, is in there easily in spite of the great throw by Salty.
Want to know to Hideki Matsui, who did not play in the game yesterday. The Yankees ended up with 19 hits in that game. And never did hit a ball out. In fact, the Rangers didn't hit a ball out until the 9th inning. And a real rarity in this ballpark, Tag. We came very close to having a third consecutive game here without a home run being hit from either side. Runner going second to third. Saltalamacchia throwing. Too late. Gardner steals another. And again, Millwood, this is nothing new. There have been a couple times that he has led his league, be it the AL or NL, in stolen bases allowed.
Jared knew he had to get rid of that ball quickly, and he had to rush his throw. If he was able to throw a perfect throw, he might have been able to get Gardner, but it would have taken a throw right on top of the bag.
Infield back for the Rangers. 2 strikes on Matsui. Ooh, close, but no. 2-2.
That's coming back. And boy, that's pretty close to being a strike. Technically, it's not a strike.
Check swing, line shot, foul. Down into that camera well.
Almost got Nick Swisher, too. You don't expect to get hit if you're in the on-deck circle like that.
Swisher's a guy that traditionally has given Millwood problems. He is the next batter here for New York, but right now 2-2 to Matsui.
And Nick's trying to find a spot where he feels comfortable right now after that check swing went shooting right past his head.
That ball curled into the crowd. Caught in the first row. A fan with a glove reached out and took it. Again, the Yankee fans were plenty loud yesterday. They had a lot to get excited about. Their team got out to that 11-0 lead, won at 11-1. Struck him out.
You could have been struck out on 1-2 pitches ago. Didn't like the call. That was a good pitch. Trying to bust him in with a fastball. Didn't get the call the first time, but got the call that time.
Well, number 7 is the one in question, and
well, you know, if number 7 is a little bit farther outside, all it tells you is he could have been called out on number 4. So you're out one way or the other.
Now Swisher, who is 10 of 25 lifetime against Millwood with 3 home runs. Gardner the runner at third.
A big strikeout right there. 1 out, infield back with a man on third base.
Kevin Millwood has already pitched 2 complete games, and somehow they have both been losses, including at Detroit last time out. 121 pitches in that game, but Edwin Jackson went 134 and won that game. Millwood also got outdueled by Zach Greinke earlier this year right here in Arlington.
Well, speaking of Zach Greinke, he won tonight. He's 8-1. The only game he lost was a 1-0 game. Beat the Tigers tonight, one of the hotter teams in the league. Gave up a run in the first inning. I think that was about it.
No walks, 8 strikeouts.
Complete game.
ERA for the year still in the points, 0.84.
Putting up a year that they used to put up about 40 years ago.
There's a strike late in there to Swisher, 3-1. Walked him. And the catcher, Cervelli, will come up. Now, we talked about this with Millwood in his start in Detroit tag. One of the things that he's really gotten a lot better at this year. Well, he's gotten better at a lot of things, but last year Millwood seemed to get hurt at the bottom of the order a lot. Number 9 hitters in particular gave him a pretty good battle. And this year, number 9 hitters are just 1 for 26 against Kevin Millwood. And he is pitching like a guy that just kind of feels like he should dominate a number 9 hitter.
In this particular case with 2 outs, I'm sure he would rather pitch to Cervelli, who's hitting .306, than he would Nick Swisher, a more veteran player, even though Swisher's hitting 80 points lower than Cervelli's hitting.
Another nice catch in the crowd here. Rain delay has not dimmed the defensive skills of the crowd. On the ground, second base. Number 9 hitters not getting it done against Kevin Millwood. Kevin's out of the inning with a 2-0 lead. A big rain delay. The Rangers rewarding them with a 2-run bottom of the first, and now in the bottom of the second against Java Chamberlain. It's going to be Jared Saltalamacchia, Omar Vizquel, and Ian Kinsler to the plate. Rangers and Yankees play again tomorrow night. Derek Holland will make the start. If you haven't seen young Derek Holland pitch yet, it's your chance to do that at 7:05. 972 Rangers, number to call to get your tickets. That is what a 22-year-old phenom looks like right there.
One thing about Derek, he definitely doesn't look a day over 22.
No.
Might look a day under 22.
And Java Chamberlain is not exactly a guy who's earned veteran status yet himself. He's only 23. But of course, he had ascended to the big leagues at a very early age. A lot expected of him as the Yankees try to get back to the playoffs this year. A lot expected of Derek Holland, too. Jobber Chamberlain, you might remember, muscled his way to the big leagues, and he struck out 15 of the first 28 big league batters he faced. So there was a lot of fever pitch about Chamberlain.
When you look at his curveball, and that's a changeup he just threw right there. He's got a real good changeup. And then you envision his fastball with about 6 more miles an hour on it, which is occasionally what you see. Today his fastball, velocity-wise, is 89 to 91. But most of the time when we've seen him, it's been a lot more than that.
What's remarkable, Tag, is just 5 years ago, he was essentially an overweight kid who was finishing up as the manager of his high school basketball team. He played just a little bit of baseball at a Division II college in Nebraska, then transferred to the University of Nebraska, where he learned the slider, became a hotshot prospect at that point. He kind of dove headfirst into that whole Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, and is one of the most talked about players on the most talked about team now.
Another interesting thing about him this year, it definitely wasn't the case last year, and this year's pretty short sample. But in the first inning of games this year, his ERA has been 9. After that, it's 2.41. And not coincidentally, maybe the Rangers scored 2 runs off him in the first inning.
A lot of foul balls here from Saltalamacchia. And the Yankees, you know, the one thing they are watching with Chamberlain is the bloated pitch count. We talked about that game earlier this month where he struck out 12, but he had to leave after 5 2/3 innings. And the Rangers doing a real nice job of fluffing up that pitch count for sure. It's already, what, 37? And he's only gotten 3 outs. That was a weird game, that 12 strikeout game. He gave up 4 runs in the first inning and still struck out 12 in 5 2/3. Last guy to do something like that is in the ballpark tonight, Nolan Ryan. Back in the 70s was the last pitcher to have a 12 strikeout game and giving up 4 runs in the first inning. Salty bangs it, barely foul. We'll see an 11th pitch of this at bat.
When you think of Chamberlain, if you've just seen a little bit of him, you think of a guy that throws in the mid to upper 90s. But he's a lot more than that, because he's got these other pitches are good. He's throwing a good curveball today and a good changeup. Doesn't have his good fastball, but he could win without his good fastball because of the other pitches he's got. He's not just a flame-throwing guy out there throwing the ball hard. He's got other good pitches to go along with his fastball. Right there,
yeah.
2 curveball. That's good stuff he's got.
Well, it was quite a battle, but it ends with his second strikeout of the game. A 12 pitch at bat. The 42-year-old Omar Vizquel playing in place of the 20-year-old Elvis Andrus tonight. Alex Rodriguez in on the grass. Kind of a wet grass right now because of the rain that moved through.
Chamberlain had 2 starts against the Rangers last year and a total of 8 2/3 innings in those 2 starts.
And again, the Rangers working him over here. 43 pitches already. Three balls, 2 strikes. Kinsler waits on deck for a Ranger team that has won 10 out of 14, 20 out of 29.
Well, Chamberlain's thrown a lot of pitches in a short period of time, but he doesn't waste any time. He gets the ball and throws it. Same pitch that he got Saltalamacchia with. 3-2, hard curveball down and in. Very tough pitch to lay off of. Came back from 3 balls and no strikes to get Omar. Struck out the last 3 hitters.
There's a stat that the Yankees broadcasters made sure we were aware of, that for his career, when he gets 2 strikes on you, more than 50% of the time, what happens next is a strikeout.
Yeah, definitely when he starts out 0-2.
He struck out 3 straight now. Kinsler, who tripled to center in the first inning. The Rangers scored twice in that inning thanks to a 2-out hit from Marlon Byrd.
He's got a chance to have a 1-2-3 inning and still throw over 20 pitches.
That's right. Saltalamacchia started it with that 12 pitch at bat.
Omar had 6. That's 18. And here's 2. He's thrown 20 pitches this inning. He's got 2 outs.
Now, just like it was to Vizquel at one point, 3-0. Justin Chamberlain is actually his real name. Jabba apparently comes from a cousin who couldn't say Justin. A little 3-year-old cousin called him Jabba. And Jabba walks Ian Kinsler, who's been on base twice in 2 innings. Joe Girardi, the second-year manager of these Yankees, now that Joe Torre has moved out to L.A. He helped the Yankees win 3 World Series titles as a player. He was the team's bench coach in 05. Their TV color commentator in 06. He chose the number 27 to wear his go-around with the Yankees. The symbolism there is that the Yankees are pursuing, their 27th World Series title. And what's so stark about that? That would be like Ron Washington wearing the number 1. The Rangers obviously have not gotten to the World Series yet. The Yankees have been that electric fence. The 3 times they've made the playoffs, the Yankees just zapped them in a submission.
Ian's probably dying to run right here. And with Ian's speed and his success rate, you don't want to hold him back. The other side of it is, though, Chamberlain's thrown 5 straight balls. You don't want to let him off the hook. You want to make him throw more pitches. He's at 51 right now.
Ground ball towards short. And Jeter will just lob it to second base to end the inning. Rangers 2, Yankees nothing at the end of 2 on my 27. You like it? The 2-run, 2-out single in the first inning from Marlon Byrd has the Rangers ahead of the New York Yankees. And now a bunch of hitters that we've certainly heard of before. Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, and Alex Rodriguez potentially to bat in the third inning against Kevin Millwood. Millwood has only beaten the Yankees once in 7 starts against them. But as we keep talking about, Tag, this is a different looking Kevin Millwood here in 2009.
Well, he's got a formidable task to beat the Yankees the way they're swinging the bats right now. And 2 of the guys that aren't hitting 300 at the top of the lineup are Teixeira and Rodriguez, but both of them are 2 of the hotter hitters in the league right now, the way they're swinging. 5 hits for Rodriguez last night. Texas has been hot for about 10 days. And even with Alex's his numbers down low, still hitting big home runs for the Yankees. Damon's over 300. Cano's over 300. Cabrera's out tonight, but he's over 300. The first 6 guys in the lineup for the Yankees are getting through that part of the lineup's tough.
Past the mound, pursued by Vizquel. He is so smooth. And they got Derek Jeter. We go to Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Josh. Chad Campbell, pro golfer, with us tonight. Got to throw out the first pitch. What was that like?
Oh, it was awesome. You know, really nervous out there. You know, doing something you're not used to doing. So I think I got it over the plate pretty decently. I didn't throw it too hard, but I think I did all right.
All right, now Chad, of course, lives in Colleyville. Grew up in the state of Texas, and talking about a big-time Ranger fan. He's got a Pro-Am tee time tomorrow. What time?
7:20, so bright and early, yeah.
And you know all about rain delays. You guys, a couple of weeks ago in San Antonio, how long of that rain delay was that?
Yeah, it was probably 3.5, 4 hours, pretty easy. So they're not much fun. I know not everybody likes it, but, you know, you can't deal with it. You can't control that kind of stuff.
All right, looking forward to the Colonial then. How does that course set up for you?
Absolutely. You know, I love the golf course, one of my favorite tournaments of the year, and being able to stay here at home and, you know, looking forward. Hopefully it'll be a good week.
All right, best of luck. Appreciate it, Chad. Thank you. Josh.
Thanks, Jim. Golf, Tom. That's all about golf.
A lot of golfers here tonight. Saw Steve Stricker down there. Lee Jansen was down there.
And Kevin Millwood on the mound currently.
Kevin Millwood on the mound.
Kevin, of course, came up with the Braves and got to tee it up with John Smoltz and Tom Glavine.
Had a nice conversation with Greg Kraft down there, another one of the pro golfers. They're all here for the Colonial. A lot of the golfers are big baseball fans. Just like a lot of the baseball players are big golf fans.
1-2 to Johnny Damon. He is looped beyond Michael Young, a base hit. Second time that Damon's been on, and up comes Mark Teixeira.
First baseman Mark Teixeira.
I've talked about the treasure chest that the Rangers were able to open when they made that trade with Atlanta, dealing Mark Teixeira and Ron Mayhew. Teixeira, though, still a very productive player. 13 home runs for the Yankees already this year. That is the second highest total in the American League. And another former Ranger first baseman, Carlos Pena, leading the way. Then after Tex, he got some Rangers. He got Kinsler with a dozen. Got Nelly Cruz with a dozen. That's a career high already for Nelson Cruz. Yesterday we mentioned the Angels got just creamed by the White Sox 17-3, but they are scoreless, those two teams, in the 5th inning tonight. Vlad Guerrero's back, by the way. The Angels, you would think, would only be getting better as the season goes on. They're certainly getting healthier. But a head-to-head against the Rangers so far, it's been, well, the Rangers 3 wins and the Angels none. And the Rangers indeed a 3-game lead on the Halos right now, 6 on Seattle. The 2 best records in the AL, it's Boston and the Texas Rangers. Best record in baseball is the Dodgers at 31-15. Strike to Teixeira, down he goes.
Same pitch you got Matsui with. A good fastball zipped on the inside corner. Got Tex looking at that one. That was right on the corner. And what that ball does is it starts inside and then tails back right over the corner of the plate. I think Mark knew it. There wasn't much he could do about it. Just a really nice pitch by Kevin.
A-Rod already with 7 home runs in 3 weeks. Runner goes. Salty throws. Too late. 3 steals allowed, and again, you're loath to say allowed by Saltalamacchia. They're just getting great jumps, these runners, on Kevin Millwood. Veteran Johnny Damon at second base, and Alex Rodriguez ahead 1-0. Make it 1-1. An MVP with the Rangers, of course. We were talking about it a bit yesterday, Tag. The average season for Alex Rodriguez is 3 years here. 52 home runs, 136 runs batted in. But from the files of It's Always Something, Alex Rodriguez has been in the headlines a lot over the last couple of years. Bouncing away from Saltalamacchia, Johnny Damon takes third. Then a pass ball and a wild pitch. And 3 steals, all against Millwood and Saltalamacchia so far.
The Yankees have had a man on third in each of the first 2 innings. Damon was on third when Alex flied out to center in the first inning with 2 outs. Same situation here in the 3rd inning.
A-Rod takes a walk. So he's been on base 6 times in 7 opportunities in this series. Millwood's got to face Robinson Cano. Cano signed a huge 4-year contract heading into last year, and he responded with an on-base percentage of just .305 a year ago. A slugging percentage of just .405 a year ago. He's been much better here in 09. He takes a strike. Last year was a season of a lot of swinging at the first pitch, popping up somewhere and then disgustedly shaking his head about having done that. Seems to have a better approach here in 2009. It's led to some pretty gaudy stats. 2 on, 2 out. That'll get you from leaning right in. In the air left field. And David Murphy is there. David Murphy has got it. The Yankees strand 2. Of the third, a night when it's been very much about the weather here in Arlington. Close to a 2.5-hour rain delay. We actually had the threat of rain delay for the first hour of that. Then we had the serious rain/hail event. And then at 9:30 we actually began the proceedings. The Rangers didn't take too long. They stuck for a couple in the bottom of the first. We've had some intermittent drizzle since the game has begun. A big-time lightning show out behind the center field wall. So we've seen the Yankees strand to 5 through 3 innings. Kevin Millwood kind of weaving in and out of trouble.
Kevin has really been battling tonight against a hot team. He's throwing everything he's got, all his pitches, trying to navigate through the Yankee lineup, and he's getting it done through 3 innings.
Well, those top 4 hitters yesterday, Tag, Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, Rodriguez, they combined to score 10 runs. And so far they're being shut down. Updating from the Angels game, the White Sox leading 1-0 on a Jason Nix home run, the Dallas resident. Mariners lead the A's 2-0 in the 5th. And the West Coast games will finish before this one. Three and 2 to Hamilton.
Well, again, it's going to take at least 6 more pitches to end this at bat.
High fly ball up through the raindrops towards the crowd. Uh-oh. Now we have sprinklers. You want a rain out, Tag? I can get your rain out.
Well, until they start playing on the hill out there, I don't think you have to worry about it.
That's what we need, is watering the grass, because it hadn't rained here in a while. Hamilton down on strikes.
Got him to swing a ball forward, but that's a tough pitch to lay off of. We've seen Saltalamacchia and Vizquel all strike out on that same pitch on a 3-2 count. It's a real hard curveball and difficult to lay off of.
Nelson Cruz, one of the hottest Texas Rangers going right now. 5 home runs, 3 doubles. He's even mixed in 4 steals, including 2 steals of third during this last week or so. I guess we can just pretend we're playing in Kansas City here, Tag. There's a little, fountain show going on out there in the center. Not quite as majestic as the one in Kansas City.
It's been Chamberlain's breaking ball. The scouting report that the Yankee broadcasters gave you is a good one. It's been his breaking ball that's kept him where he needs to be in this ball game. He's thrown a lot of pitches, but he hasn't been doing it with his fastball. He's been doing it, hasn't been able to get his fastball over, really. It's been his breaking ball.
I trust Ken Singleton when he tells me anything.
Well, I would too. Two fastballs out of the strike zone after getting ahead with a breaking ball.
You ever given a broadcaster a false report just to mess with him?
On purpose?
Yeah, like
no.
This guy throws a wicked knuckleball. Inside corner, 2-2.
No, I have never done that. I've given them some bad scouting reports. I mean, honest scouting reports that turned out bad that day based on the way the game went, but not on purpose. Make enough mistakes without doing them on purpose.
We were telling the story just the other day about when I was working for the Tigers, and you didn't mean to, but you told us that Nate Cornejo's dad, Marty Cornejo, with whom you played, was a certain gentleman sitting in a certain section, and turns out you were incorrect.
Well, I go back to what I said. It was a bad mistake. It was not on purpose, though. Honestly,
we kept making comments like, "Wow, he's got to be excited, Mr. Cornejo," but. Well, just look at him. He's so stoic. He's just kind of sitting there.
Tom must know him. He played with him. Well, I did, but that was like 30 years ago. And Marty had changed over the years. I got to kind of tell a story on our crack crew in the truck.
Hang on, wait till Nelly Cruz steals the base here. There you go. Nelson Cruz, 5 steals in the last 8 games.
Now, you and I make a lot of mistakes. The guys in the truck very seldom make a mistake, but they did tonight. They had the wrong guy throwing out the first pitch.
It was supposed to be the guy dressed as the Blue Bear?
No, it was supposed to be Chad Campbell,
oh.
But it was not Chad Campbell. Chad Campbell did throw out one of 2 first pitches, but he was not the lefty that threw out the one that we showed. So we apologize to Chad.
Well, even on the national broadcast the other day, they showed what they thought was John Mayberry's dad. I mean,
yeah.
John Mayberry Sr., and turned out not to be John. Mistakes happen. Life goes on. Murphy takes outside, 3-0. Be pretty funny if right now you ripped off your Tom Grieve mask and it turned out you've been Steve Busby this whole time. Too low, another walk for Murphy. And again, the Rangers, kind of a developing storyline here is that they are going to push Jabba Chamberlain right off this mound, maybe even before 5 innings, because of how many pitches they're making him throw. Marlon Byrd comes up.
If you looked at Chad on the left and you put the hat on the man on the right, you'd have, they would both actually be males about the same age anyway.
A lot of support there, Tag. That's good. Ground ball, third base. Alex Rodriguez whips it to second for 1. On to first. It's a double play. 5-4-3 DP. And it stays 2-0. Rangers over the Yankees. Will play the 4th after this. The fourth inning. Now what has been a wet evening here in Arlington, to be sure. About a 2.5-hour rain delay off the top. We're checking the Ford leaderboard, and the Rangers, well, right now, team fielding percentage. And I know that some fans say, well, fielding percentage doesn't tell you everything, but it's better to have a good one than not have a good one, right?
Definitely. Yeah, it tells you something.
The Rangers absolutely have been playing much better defense throughout 2009. They were dead last in fielding percentage last year.
Yeah, I think when you combine the fielding percentage with what your eyes tell you about some of the outstanding plays we've seen, and you've seen Josh go into the wall, you've seen Omar make plays, Michael make plays, Ian go both ways, Elvis make spectacular plays, Chris Davis saving runs with scooping balls out of the dirt and diving for balls. So when you combine a good fielding average with the plays that you've noticed the guys making, I think that tells you what you need to know.
That's the kind of play right there.
Yeah,
a little in between hop that Ian Kinsler handles perfectly.
He knew he couldn't wait back on that ball because of how quickly Gardner gets to first base. And so you come in hard, you know you're going to get a bad hop, and you trust your talent. And if you got the talent like Ian or like Cano, you make those plays.
And as you and I have discussed occasionally, I mean, errors anyway are not always the truest test of a man's defensive worth. It doesn't tell you really anything about a player's arm strength or range. And there are all kinds of new statistics and metrics that are out there trying to define a little bit better what goes into good defense. But I think at the end of the day, it usually is a very subjective kind of a measure.
Yeah, it's they're working on it to try to get something that'll.
Well, there's Michael Young unable to corral one off the bat of Matsui. We'll wait and see how they score that. Hard hit ball, tough chance.
It'll come up with a statistic that can quantify defense, but it's a very difficult thing to do.
That right there has scored a base hit. The example I always go back to is Brian Downing, who once held the American League record for consecutive games by an outfielder without an error. And Brian was a great guy, but he was often replaced late in games for defensive purposes. Yet he held that record for most games in a row without an error.
Well, Brian, of course, came up as a catcher, and later on in his career, he switched, played left field for the Rangers for several years, and did an excellent job. And what the numbers showed, the lack of errors, was if Brian got to it, he caught it,
yeah.
And he threw it accurately. And there's a lot to be said for that, making all the routine plays.
Nick Swisher walked in the second inning. Took a close one right there. The count goes to 2-0. Some finals from earlier today. The Orioles over the Blue Jays. That final 7-2. The Blue Jays are really struggling. They're averaging about a run and a half a game over the last week and a half. They have lost 8 straight. Outside again, pitching carefully to Swisher. With the number 9 hitter on deck, Cervelli. We go to Jim Knox. Jim Knox, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Thank you, Josh. Got Brendan Morrow, and also Marty Turco, the Dallas Stars. You guys, you never been involved in a rain delay. I asked you that just a little while ago, but Marty, you said in college you were, right?
Well, not quite the rain delay. It felt like it on the ice. We had the Freon pipe break below the goal, and when the guys were fixing the nets, and that wasn't a good thing when they were playing, but the game got a little bit delayed, and it kind of sucked sitting around and all the equipment. Tonight was fun to see the fireworks and lightning getting off, but we're happy that the game's getting played.
And Brendan, you grew up in Canada, so you, I guess baseball wasn't on your schedule. Great hockey player, but you've caught on to the Ranger fever, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I did play a little growing up until I was 10 or so, and hockey kind of took a year round for me. But yeah, I've caught on. They're playing well this year, and it's nice to get out to watch a good game.
All right, real quick, Stanley Cup predictions. Who do you think, Detroit and Pittsburgh?
Well, a rematch would be nice, but Pittsburgh's in, and I like to see Sid the Kid raise the trophy if it's not going to be him.
All right, there you go, Brendan.
I think it's going to be a rematch from last year's final, and I roomed with Marion Hosen Jr., so I'm pulling for him in the Detroit Red Wings.
I appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the game. Thanks a lot, Josh.
Good to have the fellas here. Thank you very much, Jim. Cervelli takes down Tulo. Marty Turco played where Tom Grieve used to hang out at Michigan.
Whoa.
Yost Ice Arena.
Last time we saw those two hockey players here, we had a guest in the booth.
How'd that go?
It didn't go real well. Got that kind of forgotten who that was.
That was Sean Avery.
That's right,
yeah.
Sean Avery.
Yeah.
That's a rather forgettable guy.
That was with the
a lot
Yankees.
of people around here like to forget him other than me.
I was with the Yankees in town last year.
Yep, I only had to spend about 15 minutes with him.
2-2 the count. This is definitely the most Italian names near home plate in a long time. You got Cervelli batting and Saltalamacchia catching. Cervelli actually played for the Italian team in the World Baseball Classic, even though he's from Venezuela.
Don't forget Jerry Crawfordoli behind the plate.
You're on a roll tonight. 2-2 pitch. Down and outside. Jeter on deck. We'll see if the Yankees send the runners. Trailing 2-0. They've already stolen 3 bases tonight. They're not going. Hard hit foul by Cervelli. Another guy on that Italian team in the World Baseball Classic just got promoted, as we knew he would be when he signed with the Brewers organization. Congrats to Frank Catalanato back in the big leagues.
Saw that.
Spent about a week and a half at AAA. On the ground to short. Vizquel, Kinsler, double play.
Isn't that a thing of beauty?
Molto bene. Rangers 2 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom of the 4th coming up. In a weekend series, don't forget there's a doubleheader on Friday. 18 innings for the price of 9. Sunday, all fans receive a Rangers cap, compliments of Austin College. For tickets, you just visit TexasRangers.com or you call 972 Rangers. Now, the Ranger fans that have hung around through the long rain delay. so far been rewarded. It's 2-0 Texas. Jabba Chamberlain has been made to throw 70 pitches through 3 innings. And the Rangers get the bottom third of the order up there now. Chris Davis, then Saltalamacchia, then Vizquel. Davis 1 for his last 30. The Longview native needing to get it going again. We'll try to check some emails as we go deep into the night tonight. You're always welcome to email the booth at foxsports.com. Davis hammers away to center field, and that will get him out of the slump. Big time home run onto the hill. Shut off the sprinklers on the hill just in time. Davis puts it up there on that green grass, and the Rangers lead by 3.
Well, he threw him a belt-high changeup right down in the middle of the plate. That, I'm sure, is one that Chamberlain would like to have back.
He was blowing fastballs by Chris Davis back in the first inning. Jad goes off speed, and Davis parks it up on the hill.
Good feeling for Chris, too, when you're struggling. Got a close game against the Yankees. Maybe the feeling of running around the bases there would give him his confidence and take off and get hot.
Out of Longview High School, Chris Davis was a guy that actually was drafted by the Yankees initially, but a 50th rounder coming out of high school in Longview. He said, no thanks, I'm going to go on to junior college. And became a 5th round pick. Actually, after his first year of junior college, the Angels tried to grab him. He was a 35th round pick by the Angels, didn't sign. And then after a second year in the college ranks, that's when the Rangers were able to grab him. Over in the National League, looks like the Dodgers are going to win again. They're up 7-1 over the Rockies. And they will get to 32-15. Saltalamacchia knew it. Strike 3. Five strikeouts now for Jabba Chamberlain.
That's a high breaking ball. According to the tracker, it caught the top of the strike zone.
Vizquel, a strikeout victim in the second. He will take a strike on the outside. Looks like the Padres' 10-game winning streak is in trouble. The Diamondbacks on top of San Diego 6-1 in the 8th.
Well, I was going to pick a team for a 10-game winning streak at this point in the season. I don't think the Padres would have been my choice. It came out of nowhere.
They're 17-6 at home, but 6-16 on the road. Vizquel towards center. Doesn't have quite the pop that Davis does. That is out number 2. Well, the Padres, a second-place team in the West. Got a real good race going in the National League Central right now. Milwaukee and St. Louis jockeying for first. They played head-to-head tonight. That was the Cardinals over the Brewers in Milwaukee, 8-1 behind Adam Wainwright. He even hit a home run in that game. Wave and a miss by Kinsler. Mets beat the Nationals 6-1. Boy, the Washington Nationals are 13-32. Native Texan Adam Dunn was kind of their bright spot. He had another home run tonight for the only run for the Nats. He's got 15 for the year. Kinsler, a soaring drive to left, got just under it. Out number 3, but Chris Davis led off the inning by putting one up on Greens Hill. Home run number 11 for Crush. Rangers 3 and the Yankees nothing. Game for tickets, 972 Rangers, or you can go online and get it done at TexasRangers.com. Both teams have 4 hits right now. The Rangers have the only 3 runs of the game. And a challenge for Kevin Millwood, who's got to face all the veterans now. Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, and A-Rod. If all goes well, A-Rod won't bat until next inning.
That was a huge double play Kevin induced from Cervelli to end the 4th inning. Get out of the inning, a couple of men on. Missed Jeter, Damon at the top of the order.
Well, the Rangers wanted to make that nice impression yesterday. Getting back from the road trip, you had the big sellout crowd on Memorial Day yesterday. Good pitch in on the hands of Jeter. No problem for Omar Vizquel. In the course of 162 games in a baseball season, you are going to lay the occasional egg. And that's just unavoidable. You can be the team that wins 110 games and still have a couple that are just kind of stinkos. You'd like not to have them happen in front of a sellout at home. But the Rangers very quickly turning the page. They got that 3-0 lead tonight. The very consistent Johnny Damon has kind of gotten us some power this year in addition to his usual good work. Already 10 home runs this year, but that's a simple fly ball out for out number 2.
First baseman Mark Teixeira.
Now Teixeira. Tex, who still keeps a home in the area here. Well, he and his family have settled into suburban New York City. 8-year deal to be a Yankee. And Mark Teixeira waiting on the breaking ball, destroys it to right. Upper deck, home run number 14. And it's now 3-1.
Looked like Kevin was trying to get ahead in the count with an off-speed pitch. But Mark waited on it nicely and lofted it to right field. Got it to the home run porch. Slow curveball, but it stayed up, and that's not where you want to locate that pitch, as Kevin well knows, and certainly not where he was trying to locate it.
A-Rod off of Kevin Millwood's hand. Kinsler, oh, what a play by Davis on an ill-advised throw by Kinsler. That ball very close to getting by Davis, and he went down like a goalie to save it. And now Alex Rodriguez has reached, and well, what in the name of Kevin Brown is happening here to Millwood? He just keeps getting baseballs hit off his fingers.
Now the first one hit off the tip of his fingers. Hopefully that hit off more of the palm of his hand, in which case you're probably going to be all right. It's going to be, if Kevin didn't touch it, it was definitely going to be a base hit. God, that is some kind of pickup by Chris Davis. Looked even better the second time around. Kevin almost caught that ball.
And if Kinsler had it to do over again, he'd just put that one in his pocket, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think he would.
Remember, A-Rod got him over at third base back in the first inning. So with the score now 3-1, the tying man bats. It is Robinson Cano. And among the things that Cano is doing very well this year is he's making contact. It's been 47 plate appearances now since his last strikeout. Contact. Kinsler's got it. And Mark Teixeira homer gets the Yankees on the board, but half this ball game now is done. Rangers lead it. Ford dealers, check out the all-new F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Mark Teixeira found the upper deck on a breaking ball that Kevin Millwood would probably like to have back. The Yankees have 1 run now, but the Rangers have 3. They've chased away Java Chamberlain. He lasted only 5 innings. The pitch count got him. And the Verizon call to the bullpen. We saw this guy yesterday and actually has done a very nice job here. Aceves, the native of Mexico. And a real nice find for the Yankees. He had a very strong spring training, kind of muscled his way into the picture. Has given up 2 home runs. One was yesterday. That's to Nelson Cruz. Middle relief has been a problem for the Yankees over the last few years, really. Ground ball to third. Alex Rodriguez takes care of his buddy Michael Young, or does he? Yes, he does. Tex had to leave his feet. Josh Hamilton to the plate. I think it's interesting, Tag, that the last several years, it's as though the Yankees have gotten fat off the empty calories of the big name players. I mean, certainly they've got a lot of stars on their team and they do win some games, but until very recently, they had kind of ignored little things like the bullpen and the bench. And it seems like they're paying a bit more attention to that now.
Well, if you compare their bench to the Ranger bench, it's not even close.
Right.
Cash, Baroa, Pena, and Gardner were on their bench tonight. And if you look at the Rangers bench, Blaylock, Andrew Jones. Of course, it's Andrews tonight, but usually it's Vizquel. So there's not much comparison when you compare benches. But I think what it shows is they spend so much money that even the Yankees don't have enough money to put together an expensive bench and an expensive bullpen. They've got expensive starting pitchers, they've got an expensive closer, and they've got a lot of ultra expensive position players. But when it all comes down to preparing the budget, there's not a lot of money left for the bullpen or the extra. At least that's the way it appears.
Balance is probably what you strive for. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have, you know, like the most expensive, greatest wedding cake ever and have no forks and no napkins.
Or no frosting on it. Personally, I don't need a napkin or a fork.
You just dive right in.
If I got a good piece of cake in front of me, that's not going to spoil it for me.
Well,
now, if I had a nice piece of wedding cake and there was no frosting on it, I might be a little disappointed.
I'll redo the metaphor for next week.
Or maybe some sprinkles on it.
The 2-1 to Cruz, blown by him, 2-2. Point being, the Yankees and their runaway spending has not gotten them to where all the Steinbrenners want to be lately.
Well, if they stay healthy, with or without a strong bench, with or without a strong bullpen, with their starting pitching and Mariano Rivera, they're going to be there at the end. They've got a good team.
If only they'd open the wallet. Strike, 3 called. Cruz hits a home run off of Savas yesterday. Strikes out this time. 3-1 Rangers at the end of 5. Tickets and $5 parking to see the Rangers and A's twilight doubleheader this Friday. And her fireworks is the coupon code at TexasRangers.com. It was a late night for the little ones tonight. We had a 2.5-hour rain delay to begin things. Kevin Millwood so far has been worth the wait. Yes, the Yankees have 6 hits. They've walked a couple times, but they have stranded 7. Rangers turned a nice double play for Kevin Millwood, too, in the 4th. One ball, one strike. Mentioned we try to get to some emails as we go along. Welcome to email the booth at foxsports.com. The keyword email Rangers. Gardner turns on one, slashes it to right, and he's a threat to run. He's already got 2 steals in this game. He wasn't even in the starting lineup. He came in only when Melky Cabrera hurt his shoulder. A strain, we are told. Preliminary x-rays are negative. Here's that email the booth situation. And you can Twitter with us too. The folks back at the studios at Fox Sports Southwest would invite you to Twitter or tweet. FS Southwest is the twitter.com address. Infield, the double play depth for Matsui. Got an email here tagged from Ranger fan Ian. Wants to know, well, maybe because his first name is Ian too, is Ian Kinsler an MVP candidate in 2009? I would say there's a lot of candidates right now in the American League.
It's probably too early to talk about MVP candidates. I think last year Ian was off to even a faster start than he was this year, and had he not gotten hurt and the Rangers been a little closer in the standings, he'd have been a huge candidate last year. And with his talent, I think he's always got that opportunity. But Rangers will have a better opportunity to compete for that award should they stay in the race all year, because I think most time voters look to players that have been key players on pennant contending teams, and that wasn't the case with the Rangers last year. Hopefully it will be this year, and Ranger players will get consideration for that kind of an award. A little bit too early to really speculate on that this year.
If he played all his games at home, I think he'd be the runaway candidate right now. Runner goes. Saltalamacchia throws. It's another steal for Gardner. He's got 3 in the game.
Another good throw by Salty. Not much you could do though. Gardner very quick. Gets up to full speed in a hurry. Gets a good jump. It doesn't take him long to be at full stride and full speed.
Remember, he went and stole third base right after second base last time, so Millwood this time will give him a little longer look. Matsui turns on it and arcs it foul. And we gave that White Sox Angels score earlier tonight. We mentioned Jason Nix. Got an email from Ranger fan Brandon wondering whatever happened to former Ranger Lance Nix.
He's doing pretty well this year
for the Cincinnati Reds. Getting quite a bit of playing time. Rangers get some action in the bullpen for the first time. Millwood with that runner at second, nobody out. And 2-2 the count to Matsui. Jason Jennings, the Mesquite, Texas native. Nick Swisher on deck. And Matsui pegs it to right. Nelly Cruz is back. He turns. It's off that Southwest Airlines sign. Gardner's going to score. 3-2. And the tying man at second base. Mike Maddox to the mound to talk to Millwood. And as nice of a job as Millie has done with the top quadrant of this Yankees batting order. We worried about Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, and A-Rod. Gardner and Matsui really have been the toughest outs for him tonight. Now remember, Millwood has pitched carefully tonight to Nick Swisher. Francisco Cervelli, the number 9 hitter, has been induced to ground out a couple times, once into a double play. This number 8 hitter, Nick Swisher, in the past has hit very well against Millwood. Strike one.
One thing Swisher always does is he has good at bats. He watches a lot of pitches, and his average is dipped after his fast start. His average is down in the 220s, but he's walked 31 times, so his on-base percentage is very solid.
Millwood jumps ahead 0-2. Swisher got off to a terrific start here in 2009, leading the American League in runs batted in 2 weeks in. Remember, he even got to pitch a game in Tampa Bay.
That's right.
Finishing up a little mop-up work.
Struck somebody out.
Looked like he enjoyed that just a little bit. He took it, and down he goes. Kevin Millwood, 1-2-3. Good night to Nick Swisher.
That's that pitch that comes back, and it definitely got the corner. Hitter gives up on that ball about halfway there because it looks inside, but then the movement on the pitch brings it right back to the inside corner.
Francisco Cervelli. He will take a strike. 23-year-old catcher who's known more for his defensive work than his bat. He's handled that bat okay this year, hitting .289. Handles the bat. Base hit, center field. Up with the ball, Marlon Byrd. The throw towards second base. The Yankees have tied it. Just his second hit all year allowed by Millwood to a number 9 hitter in any batting order.
That slider caught the middle of the plate, kind of like the breaking ball to Tex. Kevin's trying to get that ball down and away, but it ended up right in the middle of the plate. Pretty good pitch for Cervelli to get, and he nailed it into center field.
Jennings still working in the bullpen. And now Millwood to go after Derek Jeter. The Yankees' first-round pick in 1992. I still remember when he was brought up for good in 1996. Joe Torre telling the media, all I want this guy to do up here is hit .250. And he has sailed past that. Ground ball. Omar Vizquela's got it. Goes to second one. Kinsler is taken out by Cervelli. And no throw to first.
I don't think he had a play anyway, but it might have been close. But Jeter still runs well. Slowly hit ball. The only reason they would have had a chance is Ian's strong arm and how quickly Omar got him the ball. good job by Cervelli. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Go in there hard, keep the middle infielder from making the throw.
Now the former Royal and Oakland Athletic and Boston Red Sox Johnny Damon. Wasn't too long ago Johnny Damon was the scruffy ragamuffin cult hero, heart and soul of those Red Sox. He jumped ship to the Red Sox most hated rivals. Had to ditch the caveman look. If you're going to play for the Yankees, you got to be clean shaven. Runner goes. Saltalamacchia from his knees will throw it into center field.
Jeter doesn't know where the ball is.
That's a good thing. Well, again, Salty just does not have much of a chance tonight. The Yankees are getting great jumps. And they have stolen 5 bases on the guy that until tonight had the best percentage of runners caught stealing in the league.
This has been kind of a maximum effort game for Kevin. He's at 93 pitches right now. Jason Jennings is ready in the bullpen. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was Kevin's last inning. He really hasn't had an easy inning the whole game. He's had men on base. He's had to battle his way out of jams all night long. And trying to battle out of this jam right here with a man on second, the go-ahead run. If he does, he'll have 6 innings, 3 runs. That's a quality start.
He just broke Johnny Damon's bat, if that's of any help, on a foul ball. 2-2 now. Damon, if nothing else, a durable guy who's played at least 140 games 13 years in a row into this year. He's the only active player that can say that. Pegged foul.
Oh boy. Mick Kelleher is the first base coach, and
Mick's got good reflexes.
Mick was getting out of the way, still in good shape. Middle infielder with quickness himself in his day. Oh boy.
Go ahead man at second. 2-2 the count. Third ball outside. Mark Teixeira on deck. Millwood has not been replaced mid-inning this year. He has gotten through innings, be it the 7th, the 8th, what have you. Hey, he walks Johnny Damon. Mark Teixeira homered off of Millwood last inning. And as Teixeira gets set to come up, Ron Washington is on his way to the mound. Millwood led the game 3-0, but gave up 1 in the 5th, 2 so far here in the 6th. It is up to Jason Jennings to make sure it stays 3-3. We'll come right back after this. Yankees have a couple on with a couple out. Our Verizon call to the bullpen finds the former Mesquite Petite Pirate. Jason Jennings still lives here in the Metroplex. Calls Frisco his home now. And he's going to have to face Mark Teixeira. Jason getting into 13 games and keeping the ball in the yard anyway, allowing a couple of home runs. Got some dangerous home run hitters about to bat. Teixeira and then potentially Alex Rodriguez. Second in the league is Mark Teixeira in home runs. He hit number 14 last inning. And very simply, Tag, he's been a different player now that Alex Rodriguez is in the lineup for the Yankees. And he didn't have that protection. He was hitting about 180.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple ways of looking at that, and I'm sure Alex in the lineup has helped. But the other way to look at it is it's not unusual for Tex to have a slow month of April and early into the month of May and then get hot.
Yeah, we saw that a lot here.
He's done that before, so it's probably a combination of Alex being back in the lineup has helped, and also the fact that Tex is not going to hit like he did early in the season. He's going to get hot, and this is about the time it starts to happen.
Jennings gets ahead of him, though, 1-2. Of course, Jason's had such a good slider right out of spring training, and he grabbed a spot in that Ranger bullpen. Had to reclaim it. Remember, he was in the Rangers starting rotation last year, but he had that flexor tendon injury. He was out for the year by, well, early May. Right up the line, Jennings has got it. Heaves it to first.
That's a nice play.
The Yankees have stranded 9.
He had to throw that ball and avoid hitting Tex in the back, who was pretty close to first base. So he showed some agility.
Lucky number 7. Step in there against Alfredo Aceves. First and only Yankee ever to wear number 91. And the Yankees have retired a bunch of uniforms, so they're kind of running out of availables. The Yankees have been around long enough, although they've only had one guy wear number 91. Do you know, Tag, they've had 51 different guys wear number 29. They just keep turning that over.
Guess when the utility player comes up or signs, they say give him 29.
From Wade Blasingame to Bob Shirley to Dave LaPointe to Cody Ransom. We've talked about it with Jeter. He is going to be the last Yankee to wear number 2. Mike Gallego was the guy that wore 2 before Derek Jeter. Murphy flicks it out of play. Number 1's retired for Billy Martin. Number 3, of course, for Babe Ruth. Lou Gehrig was the only Yankee ever to wear number 4. Joe DiMaggio's 5 has been retired for a long time. Joe Torre's number 6, you figure, will be retired someday. Of course, Mantle's 7. Murphy rifles it foul back. Number 8 is both Bill Dickey and Yogi Berra. 9 for Roger Maris, 10 for Rizzuto, and on and on and on. Ground ball, second base. And 1 up, 1 away here, last of the 6th inning. I'll bring up Marlon Byrd, who back in the 1st inning flared a 2-out, 2-run single. Rangers added a Chris Davis homer in the 4th. That's been all the scoring, at least so far. The Yankees came back with 1 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. And they will have A-Rod leading off in the 7th. A 2-hour, 24-minute rain delay off the top tonight. And boy, you got to give the fans a lot of credit. So many of them still hanging around at 11:36 North Texas time. Strike 2 in her half.
We don't know much about Aceves except watching him pitch. It looks like he really knows how to pitch. Good location with his pitches. Good stuff.
The Yankees have lost, at least temporarily, one of their better setup men in Brian Bruni. They just put him on the DL. That one pops inside, 2-2. Boy, Marlin just fighting one off right there. That one almost hit him in the forearm. White Sox are still leading the Angels 3-1. Dallas resident Jason Nix, a pair of home runs. Bobby Abreu has finally hit one for the Angels.
That's their only run.
Day after Memorial Day, finally the former Yankee Bobby Abreu hits one out. Marlon Byrd looking to hit one out right center field. That ball taking off to the track. And Gardner on the run, can't get it. Marlon Byrd at second base. He is now tied with his teammate Michael Young for the second most doubles in the league. See Gardner watching himself on the replay up there.
But it looked for a second like it was going to be out of the ballpark. And then it looked for a second like Gardner was going to make the play up against the wall. He's got it in his glove. It looked like he had it in his glove. Let's see if he did. Nope, never did have it in his glove. Never touched it.
And he and Swisher went looking for it underneath the Snapple sign. So now Chris Davis, who was 1 for 30 when he stepped to the plate in that 4th inning and hit one out of here. Right now, Chris having that kind of Rob Deere-like season of the low batting average, but a bunch of home runs. The Rangers get action again in their bullpen. It's interesting to see who it is out there. I guess pitching just on the side anyway, right? He would have been at some point today or tomorrow, Scott Feldman.
Yeah, he's just getting his throwing in. He's not warming up to come into the game.
Scott's supposed to be one of the pitchers for the Rangers in the doubleheader on Friday. Rangers have a day off Thursday. Three in the last of the sixth. And Davis down on strikes. Contact continues to be the issue for Chris. He's now got 68 strikeouts. Carlos Pena next in the league at 59. I like Pena. He's playing great defense. I like Pena hitting a bunch of home runs. Note the no batting glove look for Saltalamacchia. This will be his third game of doing that. Loops it to right field. That ball is fading. It is down for a base hit. Here comes Marlon Byrd. 4-3 Texas.
Well, a pretty good pitch by Aceves, who was trying to look like get the ball in. It did get in on Jared, but he muscled it, looped it over the infield right in front of Swisher. Very effectively for a base hit that brings in the go-ahead run.
Well, the old school approach, the no batting gloves.
That's a tough pitch right there. That pitch might have been out of the strike zone.
The other day on the MLB network, they were replaying a game from the 1950s. And Jared noticed nobody was wearing batting gloves. He said, you know what, I'm going to try that. I mean, it was good enough for those guys. They didn't have to wear batting gloves. I'm going to try that too.
Well, when you look at Jared's hands, you can definitely tell he's not using batting gloves. He's got some major calluses. That's the way every hitter's hand used to look like 30 years ago.
Like a bunch of cowboys.
Yeah.
Two balls, no strikes to Vizquel. Rangers being out hit 9-6, but they've got the lead. And a high pop-up from Vizquel. A-Rod going over. And makes the catch. So the Rangers do break the tie. Jared Saltalamacchia batting gloveless. Your game summary as we head to the 7th inning. Nelson Cruz stays hot. And despite 5 steals from the New York Yankees, it's the Rangers 4, the Yankees 3. Jason Jennings continues on the mound. He's now got the possibility of winning this game, but first things first, got to get through Alex Rodriguez, who's been on base twice tonight, 7 times now in the 2 games these teams have played. Well, last year's problem seemed so benign compared to this year's for Alex. Last year, the tabloid headlines were about clandestine canoodling with Madonna, because only the New York Post can call it clandestine canoodling. This year, it's been well, about all the time spent here in Texas, retroactively, what we have all learned. Saw the Sporting News asked a bunch of New Yorkers with press passes to finish this sentence tag. They asked them to fill in the blank. A-Rod is. And the results were really interesting. One guy said a human reality TV show. One guy said a talented drama magnet. That's up near third, and Michael Young slings it across. And by any measure, Alex Rodriguez is out. To start things up here in the top of the 7th inning, we go to Jim Knox.
Okay, Josh. The unknown Ranger man excited about the play by Michael Young. The unknown Ranger fan also came armed with a couple good signs. What do we have here?
If you can't throw strikes, get a new job, baby.
Not bad, not bad. Anything else?
Yeah, my grandpa grew up watching this man right there, number 18.
David, okay. Do you care tonight? Do you care to unveil your identity?
I'm a real fan. Let's do this.
There we go. Okay, not bad. All right. Still haven't seen him. So.
Is that it? We're done?
I like the enthusiasm.
Hot shot right over second base. Robinson Cano. Right under the glove of Jennings and right over the bag at second. Well, the fans have been awesome here tonight. It's getting close to midnight. Still a big crowd here watching a 4-3 game, but now the tying man on base. Again, Kevin Millwood started for the Rangers tonight. This is the first time he didn't get through 6 innings as a Ranger this year. C.J. Wilson gets up in the bullpen now. Now, White Sox-Angels game is in the 9th. 3-1 Chicago. Again, the Rangers entered play tonight 3 games ahead of the Angels. They're going to see the Angels a lot late this season. Young in on the grass at third. And the White Sox have just added to their lead. 4-1 now. A's have beat the Mariners 4-3. Outside to Gardner. By the way, if you're getting home having been at the game tonight, the Rangers have announced that the club has a special offer for fans who attended the game tonight. An appreciation for fans staying through the 2.5-hour rain delay. We'll get to that in just a moment. We're told that tickets from the game tonight can be exchanged for a ticket of equal or lesser value for any Monday through Thursday non-premier game remaining on the 09 schedule, subject to availability. You can start redeeming those tickets tomorrow at 9 a.m. You got to have your ticket stub from the game tonight. Very nice gesture on the part of the Rangers. There's a strike. Count 2-1 to Gardner. Haven't heard an official attendance announced tonight. But it sure didn't appear there were too many that stayed for, say only the first inning after the 2.5-hour delay. Now, keeping in mind the Yankees have already stolen 5 bases tonight. Cano, very good speed. And he's your runner at first. Good speed up there at the plate, too, in Gardner. Fastball missed. It is 3-1. With Matsui on deck. We haven't had a midnight singing of the 7th inning stretch in a long time. We might have that tonight. On 3-1. Cano chased back. Twins beat the Red Sox tonight 5-2. Home run number 14 for Justin Morneau. And the Royals beat the Tigers behind Zach Greinke, who is now 8-1. Kansas City won it 6-1 tonight. A lot of attention being paid by Jennings to Cano. Ground ball, hard hit. It's in right. And Cano speeds towards third. The tying man will be at third base for the Yankees.
Well, isn't that the way it is? Cabrera has to come out of the game in the first inning, and Gardner comes in to replace him, steals 3 bases, and gets 3 hits.
At the ready on a night when he wasn't even supposed to be out there. Runners at the corners and just one down. C.J. Wilson will be asked to come into this game. Maybe get one of those ground ball double plays here. Matsui, veteran hitter, will be up for the New York Yankees when we come back. 4-3 Rangers for now. Fire here. The Yankees looking to come back, maybe even overtake the Rangers. There was a 3-0 Ranger lead at one point. The Yankees tied it at 3. The Rangers went back ahead 4-3. And now that Verizon call to the bullpen, finding Wilson to face Matsui. Matsui 2 for 6 lifetime against CJ. Rangers have turned a double play tonight. Could use one of those right here. Gardner's already stolen 3 bases. He's the runner at first as Matsui takes a strike. Hideki Matsui for a while was kind of the ultimate Iron Man. Never used to miss games. Now he doesn't play even close to every day for the Yankees these days. It's 0-2.
He's seen one on the inside corner and one on the outside corner.
Saltalamacchia shifting over and making sure that ball doesn't get by. We've seen Salty do that a lot.
Well, he did it 1 inning with CJ on the mound 3 times with a tying run at third base. And that's one of the ones he made that night, just like that.
Outfield straightaway, infield poised to double play depth as Matsui is hit by the pitch. A 1-2 fastball running away from CJ Wilson. And now Wilson's got to deal with the switch hitting Nick Swisher.
That's one you'd like to put the left-hand hitter away. You got to head 0-2. Fastball in, fastball away. Slider, almost a wild pitch. Great play by Saltalamacchia, trying to throw a fastball in, and he got it too far in and hit him.
Swisher just a .219 hitter a year ago in Chicago, but has had some big hits already this year for the Yankees. As you might know about Nick Swisher, he works at count. He saw the most pitches per plate appearance of any player in baseball last year. Oh, that could have been a strike.
Took a strike right there.
We see 4 of 10 lifetime against CJ Wilson as Swisher. Strike. And it's 1-1. The Yankees have not led in this game. They are threatening here in the 7th. 4-3 Rangers. Ground ball. Can they turn it? Vizquel to second for 1 on the first. Got it! Double play! And we will stretch a couple minutes shy of midnight here in Arlington. Sonic Drive-In. Not just good, Sonic good. We're going to find out some things tonight, Mr. Grieve. We're going to find out, first of all, how our ratings do after midnight. Second of all, we're going to find out how the Rangers bullpen stacks up against the hot-hitting New York Yankees. And now we'll find out if Ian Kinsler can maybe steal second base after singling. As the Rangers avoided potential disaster in the top of the 7th inning. C.J. Wilson got a double play off the bat of Nick Swisher.
Made a good pitch, too. He threw a pitch sinking down and away. Swisher tried to pull it. And he hit it to the right guy, too. Omar turned it along with Ian's strong throw to first. Turned it easily, as a matter of fact. The Rangers have gotten some big outs. It's been a battle. The Yankees have had men on base all night long. Kevin had a battle out of some jams and did it. C.J. came in, battled out of a jam. Rangers have a lead late in the ball game. Sure would like to add to that lead this inning.
Kinsler's got happy feet over there at first. He is chased back. Michael Young 0 for 3, though he's reached twice on fielder's choices tonight. There's action in the Yankee bullpen. You got Josh Hamilton on deck. On a night when we could use some caffeine here, Tag, there's Phil Koch, the lefty, getting ready probably for Hamilton.
Marte is on the disabled list. Koch is the only lefty they've got out in their bullpen.
Koch is it?
That's it.
Michael Young, right center. There it goes to the track at the wall. And hitting that wall. Kinsler to third. Almost ran through a stop sign. Dave Anderson all but lassoed him over there. It's a double. And Josh Hamilton coming up with 2 men in scoring position.
All Michael had to do is get that ball up in the air a little bit and it would have carried out of here, but he hit a line shot. Carried all the way to the wall, though. Good job of hitting. You throw the ball up a little bit and out over the plate. And Michael's going to go to right field with it with some authority. And it hit about 60% of the way up the wall. Ian wants to score badly, but he sees the stop sign and put the brakes on.
Phil Koch will be summoned from the bullpen to face Josh Hamilton. What has been a very entertaining and long evening in Arlington. 4-3 Rangers are looking to build on that when we to the bullpen finds the native of California, Phil Koch, about to face Josh Hamilton. First base is open. Nelson Cruz, the right-handed red-hot cleanup man for the Rangers, come up after Hambone.
Well, you look at the numbers. Koch has done a nice job of holding the opponent's batting average down. It's .217. He has given up 4 home runs, though, in 19 innings.
The infield back. It is lefty versus lefty. Nobody out. And as we've mused often this year, you just don't see first pitch fastballs to Josh Hamilton here in 2009. Ground ball towards short with the infield back. That'll cash a run in for the Texas Rangers.
Well, that's a tough call for a manager right there. Down by a run, you've got 2 at-bats to go. Do you play the infield in or do you play it back? Joe Girardi chose to play it back, and I'm sure he's thinking with Josh Hamilton up there, he doesn't want to take a chance on a ball sneaking through the infield and 2 runs scoring. Like to keep it only 1 run scoring. And the Rangers get 1 of them, and now they got 1 out with a man on third with a shot at getting the next one in. A tough call for a manager right there. With no outs, tough to play the infield in that situation.
You saw Joe Girardi waggle the 4 fingers, the intentional walk, and coming to Nelson Cruz. The lefty-lefty thing can happen again after the 4 wide ones to Nelly Cruz. Quite a large delay in throwing 4 wide ones here. Cervelli had to go out to the mound, and then Koch was taking his time getting set. Rangers and Yankees, by the way, Tag, are the last of the Mohicans tonight. This is the last game going in Big League Baseball. We had the 2.5-hour rain delay to start. White Sox 4, Angels 2 has gone final. This one not decided, not by a long shot. The Yankees, well, they've had plenty of thump the last couple of weeks, scoring a lot of runs. Rangers trying to distance themselves here in the last of the 7th. Already 1 run in.
That'll be a big run to pick up right here. All runs are big to pick up, but it'd be a nice one to have a 3-run lead late in the ball game.
Same 2 teams tomorrow, well, or later tonight, I guess. The finale of the 3-game series, young Derek Holland on the mound for the Rangers. You know, of the last 18 series that the Rangers and Yankees have played here in Arlington, this is an incredible stat. The Rangers have won 1 of them. They have lost 13. They have split 4.
Been some pretty good Yankee teams that have come through here.
Yep. Rangers managed to split last year 2-2. Needed the walk-off grand slam from Marlon Byrd to make that a reality. The Yankees have actually won 13 out of 15 games played here over the last 4, going on 5 years. Murphy hits it in the air to center. Gardner is back, puts it away. It's a sac fly. The Rangers lead 6-3 here in the 7th inning.
Great job by the 2 left-hand hitters for the Rangers. 2nd and 3rd, Josh put the ball in play, scored the run, moved the runner from 2nd to 3rd. And then David, against lefty, took the slider out of the strike zone, waited to get a pitch he could get up in the air, and drove it to the outfield to get that 2nd run in. So that's a good job of situational hitting right there by the Rangers.
Now, David Murphy, 2 strong at bats earlier tonight, a couple of walks. Well, the Rangers, who have been relying on the long ball, of course, forever. You like this kind of inning. You start with a single and a double. You get a ground ball and a fly ball to get runners in. Down the line, foul from Marlon Byrd. Marlin got the scoring started tonight. 2-out, 2-run single in the first against Jabba Chamberlain, who lasted only 5 innings tonight. Fly ball towards the alley in right center. Swisher's there, though. He's got it. The Rangers do put 2 on the board in the bottom of the 7th. And they lead the New York Yankees 6-3. Inning, a game that had close to a 2.5-hour rain delay before it ever got going. The Rangers had Kevin Millwood start. It's been Jennings and Wilson, and now Darren O'Day. What a pickup this guy has been. He was with the Angels last year. Was going to be with the Mets this year. They had to put him on waivers to make room for Nelson Figueroa. And the Rangers put in a claim. They got him. It was a weird debut, you might remember. He scrambled to Toronto and wearing Kason Gabbard's uniform made his Ranger debut, introducing himself to his teammates as he took the mound. And now everybody seems to know who Darren O'Day is, and he's been just great.
He has. He's pitched well almost every time out. Pitched 11 innings. He's only given up 7 hits. He's only walked 2 batters, and he's struck out a batter per inning.
Opens up against Francisco Cervelli, who had an RBI hit in the 6th, but otherwise is 0 for 2. Crowd announced tonight at 33,397. They all had to wait and wait through the rain. Actually, the first hour of that wait, we were waiting for the rain to actually show up. And as predicted, it did, and it dumped hard on this ballpark. Strike on the inside half. Well, the Rangers had those great crowds for the Angels series, averaging 35,000. They had the 49,000 or so yesterday. Obviously, the Yankees are always a draw, but boy, the fact that the Rangers have the 2nd best record in the American League, that helps pack them in too. Another nice crowd expected tomorrow. A 7:05 first pitch. In the air, right field. Nelson Cruz coming on. He's got it. Again, 7:05 tomorrow. We'll find Derek Holland against A.J. Burnett. Pretty intriguing pitching matchup right there. If you like a guy that throws 98, come check out A.J. Burnett. If you want to see the next possible Tim Lincecum type guy. Well, I know it's a lot of pressure to put on Holland, but
well, with A.J. Burnett at his best, if you catch him at his best, you've got your work cut out for you. You got a mid-90s fastball with a knee-buckling curveball.
Here's Jeter, top of the order, strike one. Speaking of Tim Lincecum, another win for him tonight. The Giants beat the Braves 4-0. Rangers will play the Giants this year, but in San Francisco. We do not see Randy Johnson come here, nor Tim Lincecum.
Oh, with a little luck, we won't see Tim Lincecum at all.
Right. Well, the Rangers avoid seeing CC Sabathia in this series against the Yankees. Rangers play the Yankees in New York next week. Our first look at new Yankee Stadium. A possible CC sighting out there. Down the right field line. That is a fair ball. Just kind of twisted on 2 strikes by Derek Jeter, just inside the chalk. A dozen hits for the Yankees tonight.
Kind of sliced it. Kept it fair, and Nelly gave it a great run, but wasn't going to be able to get to it. Kind of slicing away from him. Softly right down the line. Did keep it in front of him, though.
Rangers turned to double play last inning. Johnny Damon takes strike one.
Well, one thing we've seen from Darren O'Day is he'll throw strikes. Doesn't get behind hitters very often, and he will make them put it in play.
There's the ground ball. There's Vizquel. There's a toss on to first. Another Ranger double play. Texas in the middle of the 8th. Selected by Ian and answered live by the actual Ian Kinsler.
Probably not fair for us. We get to ask Ian any questions we want. I'll defer to the fans to let them get their questions in.
You have to be a registered user to participate, so register now at TexasRangers.com/chat. You can chat it up with Ian Kinsler tomorrow. 6-3 Rangers. Here's Chris Davis. Darren O'Day pitched a very nice 8th inning for the Rangers, and he continues to be a real nice story tag. A guy that walked on in college on his second try. He tried to walk on his first year at the University of Florida. They said no thank you. He then was in what he describes as a beer league. Just, playing with guys that after working all day wherever, loading trucks or, you know, at the insurance office, what have you, would just go on out on the field and try to impress people. That's impressive. Chris Davis, right field, his second of the night. 7-3 Rangers. He is out Mickey Tettleton. I mean, I know he's only hitting 200, but the home runs are flying.
He's hit 2 off-speed pitches for home runs tonight. He had a changeup from Chamberlain. That looked like a hanging slider right there. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, hanging slider, low and on the inside part of the plate. And he launched that one to right field.
2 strikeouts tonight, but 2 home runs. And if we keep saying, as long as Davis keeps hitting them out, as long as he's playing that Gold Glove caliber defense, Ron Washington is putting up with the high strikeout totals. 2 homers against the Yankees tonight, and a pitching change for the New Yorkers. 7-3 Rangers. We will be right back. Got a bunch of hitters on this team that have a dozen home runs. Nelly Cruz has that total. Ian Kinsler has that total. And with a pair tonight, Chris Davis has that total. The Rangers ahead 7-3, and David Robertson will take over on the mound. Out of the University of Alabama, and I kid you not, Tag, he went to Bear Bryant High School.
Wow.
In Alabama. Paul W. Bryant High School.
How many Bear Bryant high schools do you think there might be in Alabama? I bet you there's more than one.
As many Tom Landry high schools as there are here in the Metroplex, probably. We have a developing weather situation, too, we should mention. Checking the radar, there is some green on approach. Saltalamacchia down on strikes. This game was delayed 2 hours, 24 minutes off the top.
That green better wait for about a half an hour.
That's what I'm thinking.
At least 15 minutes. Pretty good fastball right there by Robertson.
Roll Tide.
Pretty well located, too. Robertson came in relief against the Rangers last year and pitched a really good game, if I remember right.
You're not thinking of your neighbor,
Dave Robertson? No, Dave'd be about 68 years old right now, so I don't think it's him.
We'd have a real developing story. Now, for the fans that have hung around in the 9th innings, they are going to get to see Teixeira and Alex Rodriguez bat. And the Rangers now have a comfortable 4-run lead. Robertson just activated, by the way, just got here from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. For years, the Yankees AAA team was in Columbus, Ohio. But the last couple of years, they've been in Scranton, the home of Dunder Mifflin.
Who?
The Office. It's a TV show.
I watch too much TV, but I haven't watched The Office.
You've missed The Office the whole time, huh?
My kids tell me I got to watch it, so they've all got it. They've got all the discs for it. I'll probably start watching it sooner or later.
So all the Dwight Schrute references.
I know it's great. I know it's great. Everybody tells me that, so I'll get to it.
Took a while to get you in on Entourage.
Yeah, I'm glad. Boy, that was the best recommendation you've given me. I love that.
Vizquel fouls it to the left. Again, the Angels lost tonight, 4-2 to Chicago. That was Bartolo Colon going back to Anaheim to get that done. He fared a little better than his other start recently.
Had a couple of bad starts recently, but he was pumped up for that one, I bet.
That's a foul off the bat of Omar.
But a good game for Omar tonight. He's 0 for 3 coming into this at bat, but he's been excellent in the field, which I guess is not a surprise.
11 Gold Gloves would back that up. Breaking ball missed upstairs. Baltimore beat Toronto 7-2. Jason Birkin gets the win. A Clemson product. Another home run for Adam Jones. What a year for him. He's got 11.
Yeah, it really appears that Adam Jones is blossoming into a star.
Well, the Blue Jays, who had that big lead in the East not too long ago, they just can't score runs anymore. They've lost 8 straight. Finally in play, Omar Vizquel grounding to first. And another shot for Ian Kinsler to swing the bat.
Frankie's still throwing in the bullpen. It's not a save opportunity. But after saving the first game in Houston, he didn't pitch the next 2 days, so he's certainly well rested to pitch today if we need him. Hasn't pitched in 3 days. Boy, he threw great that first day back from the disabled list. Probably the best he's thrown all year.
Kinsler hits one way up in the air to right. And Nick Swisher will put it away. So as we go deeper and deeper into the wee small hours, the Rangers close to within 3 outs of taking it. Chris Davis is low fares, no hidden fees. By Budweiser Select, full flavor, 99 calories. The exception to the rule. By Chick-fil-A, we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. And by your Texas Ford dealers, check out the all-new F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. All right, before the announcers get just ridiculously punchy.
I was going to say something really punchy. Thanks for rescuing me.
We toddle on to the 9th inning.
About like who invented the chicken? I'm not going to say it.
You had a line? I didn't see
had
that.
a line,
All
yeah.
right.
Thanks for saving me.
Frankie Francisco, look at this line. 10 for 10 saving baseball games. I know this isn't a safe situation, but he's got to face Mark Teixeira and Alex Rodriguez in a crowd that is very excited to see Frankie Francisco mow him down. They had major props to the crowd here tonight. Started out at more than 33,000, waded through rain and hail. And at least down in the lower seating bowl, there is still there's a big crowd still here. It's 12:30 in the morning. Rangers looking to go to 27-18. They're jockeying with the Red Sox for the best record in the American League. Mark Teixeira. This is what the fans had to wait through. Pea-sized hail.
See, they're from New York. They didn't know what this hail was like.
Mark Teixeira with a foul back. Yeah, I was surprised at how many fans did not run for cover when the hail actually started coming down. On 2-2 to Mark Teixeira. Ground ball, second base. Ian Kinsler takes a friendly hop, throws out Teixeira. One last chance for the fans to boo A-Rod now with one out in the 9th inning. And as Alex comes up to the plate, one last loving look at fans in the hail. Some of them with shoes on their head. Just eating peanuts and hanging out in the hail with a shoe on his head.
That guy's not worried about anything.
Ball one up and in to Alex Rodriguez, who was 5 for 5 yesterday. A modest 1 for 3 with a walk tonight. Again, a 7:05 first pitch later tonight. 972 Rangers, the number you will call tomorrow morning to get your tickets, or you can go online right now at TexasRangers.com. This 3-game series, the only regular season series that the Yankees will play here. Rangers do have to go to new Yankee Stadium twice, including once next week. If the Rangers do win this game tonight, this particular series will be tied 1-1. The Rangers will have a chance to win the series tomorrow. And again, they have won just one of the last 18 series played here in this city against this team. High fly ball off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. Which Gold Glover is going to take it? It's Vizquel instead of Young. 2 down. Thought we'd be looking at the guy with the shoe on his head again, but nope. We're just getting down towards the end now. At 12:36 in the AM. Strike one to Robinson Cano. The Rangers will have a game and a half better record than these New York Yankees. Ground ball to Vizquel. The rare bobble. He recovers. He throws too late. And it's not done quite yet. It was going to be a tough play because Cano is speedy. But that bobble cost Vizquel the opportunity. They haven't ruled hit or error yet. Errors are like an eclipse with Omar Vizquel. They are exceedingly rare.
Yeah, you can almost look at it. If he can't field it, it had to be a hit.
But it's going to go as an E6. First error of the ball game, first of the series. That's outside to Gardner. The Yankees, meantime, Tag, have played an incredible 13 games in a row now without making an error.
Well, they've definitely got a veteran team. Very capable of making all the routine plays, that's for sure.
The Rangers have been out a hit tonight, 12-9. It has helped that the Yankees have left 11 on base. They'll also hit into 2 double plays. The runner goes. That pitch inside. That one has scored defensive indifference on a night where the Yankees have already stolen 5 bases, all against Millwood. A strike. Brett Gardner's got 3 of the steals tonight. In there, 3-2. The Rangers beat the New York Yankees. And this series will be decided tomorrow night or later this evening.